Like, who does that? Like, which person in her right mind will actually do that? Like, I was very pissed when. So guys, I got my heart broken for the very first time when I was like 15 years old or so. I know some of you might say that I was very young, so it doesn't count and all that, but then to me it really counts. Like, I was broken. Like, I was so sad. You should have seen me in my bedroom crying all the time. Like, I was really sad. So yeah, if you want to know all the juice about what happened and everything, make sure you continue to watch this video. If you are new here, welcome cousin. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification so that I don't miss out on any of the videos I upload. Once again, welcome to the family, cousin. And if you are old here, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So this guy, let's call him Randy. Let's call him Randy. So yeah, Randy and I met after BEC. BEC is our basic educational certificate exams. That's the exams you write in order for us to get into the senior high school. Yeah, so we met after BEC in this group. They created this group. He was also in Kofoida, so they created this group, and apparently he was in the group and I was also in the group. So we used to talk a lot in the group, yeah, and all that. So people actually started teasing us in the group, and when people started teasing us in the group, we actually accepted it. So I used to call him my husband, he would call me his wife, and we'd be flirting in the group and all that. And aside talking in the group, like, we used to talk a lot in our PMs. So I actually started liking this guy. Like, I got fond of this guy because like we were talking like all the time, so I started liking him. But then I hadn't seen him before. So one time I told him I wanted to see him, so he came over to our shop and I saw him. We talked for a while, and yeah, it was all cute and all that. I was really liking him the more. So after he came to my shop and yeah, we talked and all that, I kept on waiting for this guy to tell me he likes me or anything, but then he wasn't saying anything. Like, I was desperate to know, but then he wasn't saying anything. So I tried to tell him how I actually felt about him. I told him I liked him and all that. So when I told him, apparently he also liked me, but then he couldn't tell me. So when I told him, he told me he also liked me and all that, but then I think he wanted us to wait for a while or something. So yeah, later on we started dating and all that. It was really nice. Oh my god, it was so nice. Like, it was kind of like my first relationship or something. Let me say it like that. Like, my first real relationship. Like, we were really bonding. Like, we were really bonding. His house wasn't really far from my house, so like, since I could go out at night and I would meet him, and you know, we would chill a little, you know. Yeah, we could even talk for hours on phone. Like, we could talk from like 12 a.m. to like 5 a.m. I don't even know what we were talking about, but then we could talk for long. Like, we could really talk for long, and I really liked the fact that the vibe was just there, and I actually liked it. So everything was fine, everything was all right. And one day I was there, this guy texted me and he asked me if I'm cheating on him. Like, I wasn't cheating on him, I wasn't. But then there was actually this guy who was bugging me. I hadn't really said no to the guy, I hadn't said yes to the guy. Like the guy was just there, and I don't even know what was going on. There was nothing going on between the guy and I. But I don't know if the guy was telling people that he and I were dating or what. But yeah, he like texted me and asked me if I was cheating on him. Randy texted me and asked me if I was cheating on him. I told him I wasn't cheating on him and all that. So we settled the issue and he went to sleep. But then I felt like maybe someone had told him about this other guy. So I just told him all about the guy. And after he read the messages, he got bored. Then he actually broke up with me. And when he broke up with me, like, I was just confused. Like, I was hurt because I didn't see why he should break up with me over this thing. So I tried to get him back. I tried to talk to him, but then he wasn't really minding me. So later on, he came back asking for us to get back together and everything. And I agreed, and yeah, we apologized to each other and everything. Apparently, he talked to his best friend, and his best friend told him what he did wasn't nice. So yeah, we got back together and everything. So after we got back together, I decided to ask him why he asked me if I was cheating and all that. And apparently, he and, like, there was this girl from our class. Let's call that girl Daisy. So, and there was this other girl who was called let's call her Rachel. Yeah, so apparently Rachel and Randy dated a while back, but then Rachel cheated on Randy, so Rachel and Randy broke up, guys. Yeah, so when they broke up, that's when Randy and I started dating and everything. So Daisy, with a big mouth, let's tell Randy that why didn't he wait for Rachel? Why didn't he forgive Rachel? And why didn't he go back to Rachel? But then he went ahead to date someone who was already in a relationship. Like, who does that? Like, which person in her right mind will actually do that? Like, I was very pissed when Randy told me about it, but then I just didn't want to. I just didn't react. That girl, like, I just knew that she didn't like me, because when we were in GHS1, she and I, we actually had an issue. Like, we had this issue where we ended up fighting and a whole lot. We used to be really good friends, but then because of that issue, we weren't really friends anymore. You get it? So I knew she did that out of hatred, and I know she definitely did that out of hatred for me. But well, okay, I wasn't bothered. Like, I just let it go. After all, Andy and I were still together. You get it? So yeah, after a while, Randy and I were okay and everything, but then after a while I realized that he was actually starting to change. Like, since I would call him, he told me that he's busy, he'll call me back later, and that later would never come. I call him the evening, and I'll be talking to this boy, and this boy would just sleep. Like, he was doing a whole lot of things that were showing that, I don't know, he was no more interested or something. I would tell him that I want to meet him, and he just giving everything. He was just giving excuses about everything, and was actually starting to piss me. Like, I was really starting to get pissed. It got to a while, like, I was starting to get fed up, but then I still liked him anyways. So I told this friend of mine, let's call her Manuela. So I told Manuela about it, because Manuela and Randy, they were kind of close, like, they were like this. So I told Manuela about it, and Manuela talked to Randy. She created a group for us to talk about this whole thing, like, some things and when we talked about it, Randy decided to break up with me. It turned out he was tired of the relationship. He didn't want to be in the relationship anymore, and a whole lot. So he wanted a breakup. And during that time too, I was kind of annoyed. Like, I was kind of angry because of the way he was behaving. Like, he was just annoying me. So already I was kind of angry. So when he said he wanted a breakup, like, I just see, just go, yeah, already annoying me. Yeah, that kind of thing. But then I still liked him. So after some few days, I told him I wanted him back, and like, I wanted us to resolve the issue. But then it seemed he was actually down with me. Like, he was down with me. Even though I wasn't down with him, he was down with me. Yeah, so it seemed this guy was actually down with me. And I actually thought that maybe if I waited for a while, he would actually come back, because like, there had been situations where we broke up and we came back, like we got back together, we broke up, like, so I thought that this was one of those situations where we would just get back together after a while. So I kept on I waited for like a week. We had still not gotten back together. For like 2 weeks, things were still the same. And that was when it hit me. Our relationship was done. Like, I just couldn't believe. I just started crying. Like, I could stay in my room and I would just cry all day. My sister used to insult me and everything. But then, like, I was hurt. My heart was broken. Guys, my heart was broken. Yeah, so I was hurt. And yeah, we ended up going to school. I went to Abria and he went to his school. So when we went to school, like, I could write him letters and all that, and it's not like he would even reply. And I write him letters, he wouldn't, like, I still liked him. Like, I was still all over him. Like, I still liked him. And yeah, he actually stopped talking to me for a while. I don't know why he wasn't talking to me, but then later on we started talking again. I think when we were like in SHS2 or something, we started talking again. And I remember one time he actually told me that I should meet him, like, at our normal meeting point. Yeah, so I met him, and as we were talking, we started kissing and all that. So I actually thought that maybe like he wanted me back, he wanted us to get back together and all that. So even that day after I met him, when I was going home, there is this place around my house where they do parties and all that. So when I was going home, I actually met this guy, and the guy was like, he came for the party with his little brother, and his phone is dead. He wants to go home, so he has been calling his little brother, but then his little brother is not picking. But then his phone is dead, so he wants to call his little brother with my phone. So I gave my phone to him as a good Samaritan. I gave my phone to him for him to call his little brother. He dialed the first number, and it seemed the person didn't pick up. So he told me that he wanted to call a different number to see. So he mentioned the number, I dialed it, then I gave the phone to him for him to talk to his brother. So when I gave the phone to him, he was like, "Oh, hello, and now when he found, like, where are you? Yeah, what you are? Where? I can't see you." As if like he was just checking around. So I realized, shrim, this boy was running away with my phone. Like, the phone was a brand new phone. It was like I had used it for like 2 weeks. They had recently bought it for me. The phone was nice. It had nice features and everything. Like, I really liked that phone. And yeah, this boy took the phone away. Like, he just ran away. And like, I just didn't know what to do. Like, I was so confused. Like, I was just frustrated. Like, I just didn't know what to do. So I just went home and I told, after my cousins were around, so I told my cousins about it. And God being so good, one of my cousins had a spare phone, so she gave me her phone to use. So after she gave me the phone to use, I texted this boy. He was even the first person I texted to ask him like if he wanted us back together, or because I thought maybe like the kiss was a sign of we getting back together. So I texted him to ask him, and he told me that he didn't want us back together. So at that moment, like, I just decided that I was done with this boy, because like this boy is not serious. I just decided that I was done with him, because like you can't do that. So that was the moment I decided I was done with him and I wasn't going to see him again. So sometimes I could go to school and I would call him, but then I just stopped all that. I stopped all the calls. I stopped all that. Like, I realized that we were just done. I stopped the letters. Like, I could write this boy's name all over my book. I wrote his name all over my book. I wrote his name on my desk and everything. So when I went to school, I just cancelled his name out of my books. I just, I just cleared him. Like, I was done with him too. So after that, I wasn't really talking to him that much anymore. Then yeah, we completed SHS. When we completed SHS, there was this friend of his that I knew. There was this friend of his that I knew. So his friend posted like his friend took a screenshot. It seemed Brandy posted something on his status, and I don't know how to explain, but then it seemed Brandy posted something on his status, and it was in relation to someone. And what name did I even give to her? Rachel. Yes, Rachel also posted something. It was something similar. It was in relation to someone. So it's like they posted it at the same time. So Randy's friend took a screenshot of the post. I hope you guys get me. So like he took a screenshot of the post and he posted it on his status, and it was like love birds. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, love birds. Yeah. So I went to Randy, then I asked Randy if he's with Rachel now, and he told me yeah, he was with Rachel and everything. Like, oh cool, like fine, it's all good, man. Like everything is just okay. And even though I was done with him and everything, it kind of hits, cause like you went back to her, you get it. So yeah, so after we were done with that, so later on he texted me. Like later we actually started talking, and we started talking and all that, and he actually wanted us to get back together. We started talking and everything. He wanted us to get back together. So I told him I thought he was with Rachel, and he was like, Rachel, he's going to, like, he and Rachel, they are not working, so they'll be ending their relationship very soon and everything. And at that moment, like, I had actually missed him. So when he said all those things, like, I was kind of in agreement. But then after he broke up with Rachel and he wanted us to settle everything and get back together, I was like, nah. Cause like I felt like if you broke up with Rachel and he and I started dating, and after he and I broke up, he went back to Rachel, and now he has broken up with Rachel and he's back to me. Is it that if we are actually supposed to break up, it's going to go back to, it will be like a circle. I don't know, like I just don't want to get back together with him, because like I felt like it had been 3 years after we had broken up, and even during that 3 years I wasn't totally over him. But then after he wanted us back together and everything, I realized that I wasn't so much into him like I used to be. So yeah, I just had to let him go. But then now we are all cool, like yeah, even though he broke my heart into a million pieces. Yeah, we are all cool and everything. Like we really talk, we still talk. Yeah, when we can, we still talk. So guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the juice. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Please subscribe to my channel for me, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. I know most of you haven't turned on the bell notification. You miss out on my videos, so you don't want to miss out. Like I have so many things coming. Like see, just turn on the bell notification so that you won't miss out on any of the videos I upload. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Yeah, so that will be it. I'll see you in my next video, which is on Monday. Bye.